There is another way we can calculate the compound interest, and that is by using this formula. In this formula, we have A equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 raised to power n, where A is the final amount, P is the principal, R is the rate of interest compounded annually, and n is the number of years. So this formula here gives us the amount that comes after a particular period of time for a particular principal and for a particular rate of interest. And now how do we calculate the compound interest from here? The compound interest, as we all know, is equal to the amount minus the principal. So what we do here is we take the amount, that is P into 1 plus R by 100 raised to power n minus P. So this formula comes out to be the formula of the compound interest as a whole. So we have our compound interest over here, but here R is the rate of interest compounded annually. So we did a few problems where the rate of interest was not compounded annually, right? So what if the rate of interest is compounded half yearly or quarterly? What do we do then? Then there is another term that comes into existence, that is the conversion period. What is conversion period? If the rate of interest is compounded annually, then we have one conversion period in 1 year. If we have the amount that is the interest that is compounded half yearly, then we have two conversion periods in 1 year. If the amount is the interest is compounded quarterly, then we have 4 conversion periods in 1 year. So if we have 4 conversion periods in 1 year, the amount is compounded quarterly and vice versa. So what we do now is that if the amount is compounded half yearly, this R becomes the rate of interest for one conversion period, and n, that is the number of years, becomes the number of conversion periods. The formula remains the same, but instead of the rate of interest that is per annum, we will now write the R equal to the rate of interest per conversion period. And instead of taking n as the number of years, we will take n as the number of conversion periods. So how do we calculate the rate of interest per conversion period? If we have the rate of interest is 10% per annum and the interest is compounded half yearly, what we do is we take the rate of interest per annum divided by the number of conversion periods it has. So if the rate of interest is compounded half yearly, how many conversion periods do we have? We have 2 conversion periods. So the rate of interest per conversion period comes out to be 10 divided by 2, that is equal to 5. Now if we have the interest is compounded quarterly, how many conversion periods do we have then? We have 4 conversion periods. So the rate of interest quarterly comes out to be 2.5%. Now this is the way we find out the rate of interest per conversion period. Now how do we calculate n? N is the number of conversion periods in 1 year multiplied by the total number of years. Now if we have 2 years, supposedly we have 2 years and the interest is compounded half yearly, then we have number of conversion periods in 1 year, that is equal to 2, and we have total number of years, that is equal to 2. So the total n will come out to be 4 instead of 2. So this gives us the value of n and the value of r, which we can substitute in this formula to calculate the amount. And if we are asked about the compound interest, we can substitute it in this formula and we can calculate the compound interest.